Cam has come back at full strength, the defense at least. How good is this defense with Cam back and you guys, everyone being out there?
We've always been sound. Like I said before, I mean, it's not much drop off. I think a lot of times, the outside media needs something to talk about, and sometimes they, all this lost moment is found a little too early. We just kept at the course. Cam played a great game today. Our defense in general played a great game. We kept things in front of us. We tackled when we needed to and got off the field.
The trust and the teamwork it takes in the process to come up with this win. Can you talk a little about that?
Well, you just got to play the game that's given. An old game is the same. Sometimes you get put in tough situations, and that's what kind of proves how great your defense is. How great do you want to be? We embrace those moments, and today we were able to pull them out and show it big.
Is that what makes the good team? Just getting the W's and moving forward, gaining momentum. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yeah. I mean, it's different for every team, but I think a great team weathers adversity well. I think every team has to deal with adversity. Some people don't deal with it till late, and they don't deal with it well. When you don't deal with it till late, sometimes you don't understand how to deal with it. And I think we've weathered the storm before, and we understand how to do it. It was also still a great play by Cam and Earl.
2-2's kind of feel good.
It is what it is. We don't think about the record. I mean, it's too early to determine anything. There are teams that are going to fly out the gates and slow down. There are teams that haven't hit their stride yet. Who knows what kind of run Detroit can go on, and they can be in it. Obviously, there are some teams out to a great start, but it's a long season ahead.
Physically, how you feeling? Good.
Pretty good. I mean, it was a physical game, but I think we came out of it pretty well.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Richard, can you explain what you saw in that last play and when you realized you guys had the ball?
I realized as soon as the ball came out. I saw the ball pop out into the end zone. I know he didn't go past the plane, and it was just a phenomenal play by Cam. Great awareness.
What are you seeing from Kerry Williams on the other side? Looked like he got tested a little bit more today than he had.
I think he stood up great. I think he made it tough on him. I think he did his job very effectively. I think today was the best game he's played, and more for a lack of opportunities than anything else. But today, when they tested him, he stood up.
Thank you.
No problem.
How you matched against Calvin Johnson versus anybody else? You felt like you might have attacked the guys how you maybe expected them to.
I think we just played our game. We studied them. We played hard. I think they had some wrinkles in there that we had to adjust to. But I think both teams played their game. We were able to come out with it.
What does that play by Cam mean, not just to the game, but to this season?
It was just a huge play. Phenomenal momentum booster, morale booster. He was a great teammate, and he did a great job of executing on that play. I think, it's kind of cliche around here, give us an inch of grass and we'll defend it. And there was an inch left, and he defended it.
They didn't really target against you a whole lot today. Is that any different than any other game for you feeling out there? Do you feel like any less than any other game? Or?
No, I mean, it felt like a normal game. I tried to take advantage of the ops when I can. The thing I might have got 2 or 3, and they were overthrown, and then one of them was a screen type play, and we were in cover 3. I just kind of chased them down. But you just do what you do. You play the defense that's called, and you don't worry about the rest.
What did you like to line up against Golden State?
It was fun. We had some fun plays. It's always competitive. We understand each other, strengths and weaknesses, like I said earlier in the week, and it was a good time.
Never in the Pete Carroll era, you guys have had 4 consecutive games without interceptions. Is that concerning for you guys too? Obviously a big game defensively, but you guys wanting to get some more interceptions out there too?
Not really. I mean, we dropped a couple today. So it's not like there's lack of opportunities. I don't think they passed the ball incredibly well today. I think we did our job effectively. I think we kept points off the board, and until the game becomes more about yards than it does about points, I think we're doing fine.
With as big a priority as it is for your defense to not give up big plays, how good of a job has Kerry Williams done at not giving?
Like I said before, he's done a great job. Today was his best game of executing our scheme and what we're asked to do. Obviously, Calvin is a premier All-Pro matchup, one of the best receivers in our football league, and he did a great job when he was asked to stand up. I think our defense as a whole did a great job of executing when we had to.
Sherman, how fitting is it to Cam to knock that out and give him the game?
I think it's going to be fitting for a lot of headlines, a lot of fun headlines, and he deserves it. He's a hard-working guy who's dealt with a lot of flack. So I appreciate moments like this, and I think our team appreciates moments like this for a guy who deserves it.
Always impressive to knock a ball loose, but to knock it out of Calvin's hands, how hard is that to get?
Well, I mean, you're talking about Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas. You get those two on the play, and attempts as good as bound to happen. Those are two all-pro players playing at a high level, and big-time player make big-time plays when you need them, and that's exactly what happened. I think there's been a lot of hoopla and yada yada, and a lot of people talking about what Cam did, and I think that'll quiet some of the critics.
Was this the best game as a whole for the Legion of Boom?
I don't know. We got to see the film. We don't get the luxury of seeing the tape right after the game, so we got to go back and look at it. I think we played solid, though. I think there's obviously always things you can clean up. I think we tackled well. I think we limited the big play, and we did our jobs. Obviously we have a high standard, and obviously there's going to be some things we need to talk about.
You always preach the importance of finishing. I mean, how big was it for this team to be able to do that after not being able to do so maybe earlier this season?
It was huge. It was huge. I mean, finishing is not here nor there. I think sometimes it's just something to talk about. Games aren't won in the last minutes. I promise you that. There are plays throughout every game that can change a game, momentum, and swing the tide. I think a lot of people like to pay attention to the end of the game because that's the last thing you remember. But I think in every game we had an opportunity to change the momentum earlier in the game. We just didn't take advantage. And today we were able to stay on top of it. Obviously there was a huge change in momentum late in the game, but as a defense, all we can do is what we're asked to do.